That was kind of abrupt. Gunter, Gunter, and to my other side, the guy on his phone.
Hold on, I'm on the game right now.
Respect
You
yourself.
kind of started without no.
Yeah, you kind of didn't give us a notice. You kind of just threw us into the water. You're the one who pressed our recording. You were more prepared than everyone else who didn't have the option to start the recording.
And I was gonna lose this one now because of you.
So
Fuck,
quick
dude.
story time. While Manslam or what this just says Manslam, aka Mr. Gia, is on his phone. Quick story time. Busted my arm. You love to see it. Ow. Now I can't
Which
play
is
Valorant. I mean,
wow. Wait, you used the right hand?
I'm a righty. I'm righty. I can't write. Can't eat. Can't work out.
I mean, you can use the left
Oh,
hand
I
always.
can type. I can type. What? I
You
just
can
can't
always use
write.
the
I
left
can't
hand.
grab a pen. It requires too much of mouse movement. Yeah, you can suck my dick. I'll play it like this.
Wait, George. So how do you use the memory thing?
The memory thing?
Yeah,
What do you mean? Like
the
the phone?
item, the support. Yeah, the phone.
You just put it and it'll randomly do it. Like,
Randomly do it. Like you
mm,
can choose when to do it.
mm,
Wow.
it'll just happen. But today, podcast, we got
Correct.
something special. Oh, first the story time. So I broke my arm trying to box jump, which normally I do pretty high box jumps. I was doing it up to my chest level, and I was trying to do it without a running start because I want to dunk. And it just happens my left leg didn't reach high enough. I kicked the boxes down, threw my body to the floor at the same time, and just happened to land on my arm. Yeah, and that's how I busted my arm. The hardest thing that didn't even cross my mind is when I got home, taking off the shirt was the biggest pain in the ass. Mind you, look, I couldn't even put on the shirt fully. Taking it off, bitch. Yeah, it's super rough. No, 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 this is a different shirt. I took off the other one, but it was insanely hard. It was impossible. And I was gonna put this one on completely, but then I was like, "Fuck it, there's no point."
Who wrapped your arm around?
It doesn't hurt now. Like, in this sterile position, it doesn't hurt, but it's just when I bring it down, like, enough, like, once I'm passing this, it hurts, and it hurts the most when I'm closing it up like this. Mm, health insurance? Me?
I mean, no. Who wrapped your thing exactly? Who wrapped your arm around? Like,
Oh, this is just a icy hot pack. Yeah. But we're all good. We'll heal in a couple days. Uh, you I've been through worse. I've been paralyzed before. That took 4 days, 6 days to heal. I didn't think I was gonna fall, okay? I did not prepare to fall. It wasn't. The thing is, you're racist, or you're armsist, okay? I appreciate my left arm for the things it does, like brushing my hair, brushing my teeth. Sometimes I'll get fancy and eat with my left. See, that's the problem. You say it does nothing, but it presses ASW, okay? D. It presses QWER, okay? It presses and I know Matthew uses his left arm a lot because this pinky right here constantly presses the crouch button in Valorant consistently. So he does use it a lot. He's just capping for the leftist arms. Fucking lefty hater. This is the arm of the devil. It's the most
okay.
powerful according to religion.
So I'm ready.
Okay, you're ready? Okay. So today, everybody, Matt, full screen me, full screen me. He just did it. All right, guys. So today we have a game. Okay, it's guess that League of Legends character. We've been playing League of Legends recently. I know, we're degenerates. We've been playing. Shut up. We've been playing a lot more than Valorant as of lately, mostly because we turn off our brains and we win games. So I yeah, I mean, it works. It
I
works for
mean, you
me and
fucking
Gia.
autopilot
It
almost
works
every
for
game.
me and Gia at least. Maybe not Matthew. But we're gonna test each of their knowledge to see if they can figure out this champion either based on their abilities or their passive, okay? And there's gonna be 3
Question:
levels.
Did Matthew mute himself on the OBS?
No, no, no. There's 3 levels to this. Oh. Oh, okay, no, no, we're good, we're good. That's his audio. That's when he's not talking. So there's gonna be 3 levels, okay? We're gonna go easy, medium, and hard. All right? You guys can each ask me
On
1
him.
question
Okay.
and 1 question only. You can ask me for what lane the champion
Okay,
is
but
in.
does the question last through the whole game or just one per like?
No, the question asks for every single character,
Okay.
okay? So you guys can either ask me for the lane, the role. Do you guys know what the roles are?
Bruiser.
Assassin, fighter, support,
Okay.
marksman, and there's another
Tank.
one, but I don't. Did I
Bruiser.
say mage?
No, you did not.
Mage. There's 5 roles. All right.
I
So
think that's the
and then
FBI
you
passing
guys can
by.
ask me whether this is their ultimate, their W, their E, Q, or R, or well, I guess that's ultimate, or their
Right.
passive. Okay.
Right.
And just to make this fair, okay,
Uh-huh.
do you guys have a piece of paper next to you or no?
I have an iPad. Does that count?
You have an iPad, Matt. You also have an i. Oh, well, black, but we can use an iPad. Do you have like notes on your iPad?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So you guys can write out the answer on your iPad and then
Uh-huh.
flip it when I say to flip it, okay?
Okay.
We'll wait for Matthew to get back. Do do do
But do
do
you
do
say
do
okay?
do
So
do.
to guess the right, do we guess
Uh-huh.
the champion itself or
You
his ability?
I'll no, because you can ask if it's gonna be its ability. So it's just guessing the champion, okay?
Okay.
Now maybe I'll do this. You'll get double points if you're able to guess which ability from this champion it is,
Without
if
asking.
you didn't ask the question. All right? Fair? Matt, were
Fair.
you here for all the rules?
Mm-hmm.
You have your iPad?
Yes. But
All
I'm
right.
gonna be honest,
Th-
like it's okay, it has no battery. I'm gonna be
Okay. Do you have a
You have
piece
piece
of
of paper,
paper?
bro?
I have I can take notes on my phone.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. You don't need to take notes. And just write out the champion name that you think it is, and then when I say when flip it, you're gonna flip it to the answer. Okay. So
Okay.
make sure you both have your iPads and your iPhones ready. All
Okay.
right. When you guys are ready, I'll begin.
It's black screen. Just making sure I'm not
All right.
cheating, you
Oh
You
know?
can
wait,
go
wait,
back.
wait.
It's
There.
black screen, it's not cheating.
I'm on my notes.
Okay. Okay. You guys ready?
Yes.
Sure.
So we'll
Champion.
go with the easy first, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We're starting with easy, medium, then hard. Okay. This champion. Okay. Wills a bear to life, dealing damage to units in the area. This bear can attack and burn enemies that stand near him. Remember, you can ask 3 questions.
I don't need to ask
Or oh, 1
questions.
question.
Wait, hold on. Repeat the question again. I'm so sorry.
Okay. This champion wills a bear to life, dealing damage to units in the area. This bear can attack and burns enemies that stand near him.
Wait, I'm a little confused. Do I just show it to you? Because I already know the answer.
Not yet. No, no,
You
no.
had to wait for me to like to
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then
When
um
both of you are ready.
hold on, let me think real quick. If he heals and he also does damage. If it's
Remember,
within the
it
range.
specifies this champion wills a bear.
What's a bear?
Wills a bear.
How do you spell bear? BAR?
Bear.
Okay,
This is
I have a
easy.
question then.
Okay, what's the question?
What is that ability? Is that a passive or is that?
This is their ultimate.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. Should be pretty easy.
How many hints can you get? Can you
only
Uh,
one.
You can each ask one
question?
hint per thing. It'll count for both of you. So each of you can ask one question each for the
Okay.
same thing for every character. All right. Do you both have your answers?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before you flip, this champion was Annie. Can we get a
Okay.
turn?
Mm. I did.
Nice, nice. All right. Okay. Good start. Good start. All right. Champion number 2. Okay.
Uh-huh.
This champion cannot attack or be attacked by non-epic monsters. They can create magical groves on
Uh,
jungle camps which grow over time. When the grove is fully grown, they may free the monsters to receive gold and experience. After level 5, they can share jungle buffs with the allies.
I got it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The first part was I was like, huh?
Right.
I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, whoa,
I
wait,
mean, this
what?
is easy mode. Now, if you guys don't ask the question, remember you can put if it's the passive, the Q, the W, the E, or the R. Okay? You can guess which one it is.
Wait, out of the abilities.
Yes, out of the ability
Out
because
of
it's specific
it's
ability.
either the passive or the 4 abilities. You can,
Okay.
if you don't ask the question of which one it is, you can write it for double points. We'll keep track. Make sure you put like 1-1 on your boards.
Wait, can the questions only be about passives and abilities?
Yes, it's
Passive
only
and
be
abilities
passive and
only.
Okay,
ability
fine,
because you have to guess that.
Okay, fine.
What's
Yeah.
character?
I was gonna say like, oh, what's the color of the champ? But like
Did, did,
that's
did you both write it down?
yeah, we
Yes.
both wrote it down.
All right, all right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
It was
oh,
Ivern.
Ivan. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Jay
Ivan.
gets double points for that. It was his passive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I did specify you could do that if you
Yeah.
didn't ask the question. So it's 3-2 right now. All right. This is the last champion on easy. Honestly, probably the easiest one for me. This champion's next attack brutally stabs their target for bonus damage. Ferocity effect deals increased damage and grants attack speed.
I'm not too sure about this, about the ability, but I'm gonna go ahead and
Got it.
this might be
I mean,
wrong.
you can just ask what ability it is, and then it doesn't count as double points.
No, I'll take the risk. I might be wait. Yeah, okay.
All right,
I'm
ready?
probably wrong
3,
about this. I'm gonna be honest.
2, 1.
Uh,
It was Rengar and his Q.
okay.
All right, you both get double points. You both get double points. So what is it? It's 4 or 5 right now.
Yes.
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay, okay. All right, we ready for champion number 4?
Yes.
All right. This champion can move through units and takes a flat amount of reduced damage from all sources.
Whoa.
What?
Okay.
Okay, repeat that again. I'm sorry.
This
I know,
champion
I know who this is.
can move through units and takes
Mhm.
a flat amount of reduced damage from all sources.
I think this is
Wait.
probably really wrong.
Oh,
Okay, I know that this is definitely wrong, but I know that this champion can do this. That's why I'm like,
I think we're on the same boat, man. I think we're on the same boat.
I don't
Hold on.
know.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1. This champion is Fizz, and
Okay,
it's its passive.
okay,
Hey.
okay. I didn't. I was honestly like, only reason I know is because I saw it the other day. I was like, wait, I'm not getting like minion blocks. But yeah.
Matthew's passive is crazy. Wait. Oh, okay, okay. So you guys ready for champion number 5, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. This champion passively stores damage they take as grit. On cast, this champion expends all stored grit to gain a shield,
Uh,
and a punch in area, dealing true damage in the center and physical damage on the sides.
Oh, okay.
I actually do know this one. Wait,
Gia's ahead just because he's already guessed passive twice.
yeah, I'll guess. Okay, okay.
You might as well take the risk.
Wait, but you low key? Okay, no, no, okay, okay,
I did
okay.
not give shit.
No, no, no,
Trust.
okay. That's fine.
All right. 3, 2, 1. It was Seth's W. Nice. Okay. Good. Hey, you guys are pretty good at this. This is the hardest one in the medium section. I'm just gonna throw it out there. This next
It's pretty
champion.
easy,
Okay.
bro.
No, this next champion is in the medium sec, or the last ones have been in the medium section.
Mhm.
But this one is specifically hard. I even asked this to Juan to verify because even he didn't get it. Okay. This champion unleashes a spirit flame at a location, dealing damage and reducing the armor of enemies who stand on it.
You repeat that again.
Repeat it again.
This champion unleashes a spirit flame at a location, dealing damage and reducing the armor of enemies who stand
Oh,
on
oh,
it.
oh, 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 oh. Wait, no, this is
Spirit
no, this
flame.
is so wrong. This is so wrong.
Release a spirit frame.
You can
Wait,
ask what lane, you can ask
Okay.
what role.
What type of champion is that?
This is a
It's
fighter.
like it's like is his role.
Like his lane,
No, his role.
his role says fighter on the League of Legends
he's a
website.
fighter. This is wrong. Okay, hold
In the
on.
League of Legends website. That's
Wait,
what
He's
it
a
says.
fighter.
Wait.
All this information is
Can
from
you-
their League of Legends
wait.
page.
Repeat the first. A spirit flame.
This champion unleashes a spirit flame at a location, dealing damage
Bro, what?
That's it. No more like no more
and
description.
reducing the armor of enemies who stand on it. But Matthew
Oh,
said the first thing.
Okay, so. Wow. Okay.
Oh
Man,
wait.
can I ask what race this is? Are they
I'll give you the lane.
okay?
Okay. I mean, I could give you the race too. It's from,
It's top
but
lane.
that's too much. It's a top laner. Yeah.
Okay, but
I think I
that's
know who it is. I think I know who it is.
I think I know who it is. I just don't. Okay.
You just don't know which one of its abilities it is. This one was hard. Even Juan didn't get it, and Juan had like 3-4 tries.
Wait.
I think I got it.
Who the hell? This is probably wrong, but whatever.
Just write something down. All right, 3, 2, 1. It's Nasus E.
Oh,
It's Rumble. Oh, bro.
I put Rumble.
Nope.
O. I was
It
gonna
was
put Rumble
Nasus. You
W.
both put Rumble. It was Nasus E. It was
Bro,
hard. It was hard. That's the description they put on the page.
because there's no. It
It's
doesn't
not
look like a
spirit
flame.
flame
It
that
doesn't
do
look.
damage. His E doesn't
It-
do damage.
His E does damage. It does AP damage.
Oh, wait. So it's
It
W.
does.
Okay.
It does damage, but it just doesn't look like a flame, so it wouldn't
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sense.
It doesn't exactly. When I read that description, I'm like, this one's gonna be a tough one.
That is tough,
This
and
one,
that's
this one's
medium,
hard.
bro. What the?
Yeah, I mean, hard. Yeah, hard gets hard
Mm.
because you know, a champion you don't. All right, the next champion. This champion blinks behind the last champion in a line with a slash so powerful it pulls enemies hit towards them.
Oh, blinks. Oh, okay, a blink ability.
This champion blinks behind the last champion in a line with a slash so powerful it pulls enemies hit towards them.
You know,
Wait.
I feel like I know who this is,
Okay.
but I
Hmm?
probably don't.
Okay. Just to confirm. Okay. Just to confirm.
Okay.
What role is that? It has to be assassin.
This is an assassin.
Okay, I think I know who that is. If it's assassin, I might know. Oh wait, you said blinks to the last.
Blinks behind the last champion in a line. So it'll blink to the last champion in a line.
I know who it is.
Okay, well, I have to ask what lane. What?
It's a mid
It's a
laner.
mid lane.
Okay, never mind. Then this is okay.
It's a mid laner.
Okay.
I was gonna put all the lanes it could be in, but I put specifically the lane that it pops up in when you press the champion select.
This is 100% wrong because that description makes no sense. But anyways, whatever. Let's go.
This is all from the League of Legends website. All right, 3, 2, 1. The champion was Yone, and it was his ult.
Oh, that's a Kali, bro.
I put Katarina, her E, but it's not in a line. That makes sense though.
Yeah, it's just the thing that really throws people off is the blink.
Because I know a lot of people with blinks. Everyone had like there's a lot of,
Yeah. But it's just Yone's thing is normally just in a line.
it is in a
but
line, yeah.
I didn't even know that it blinked to the last person. So that's where Yone would be standing.
Mm,
Where he ults.
it's getting
That's
hard.
interesting. All right, now we're finally in the last section. There's 3 champions, and this is the hard section of the game, okay? You might get the first one, but you might not get the second two. Maybe Gia gets one of the second two, but we'll see. So, this champion unleashes a torrent of shots from their weapons, wildly shooting all enemies surrounding them.
Repeat.
This champion unleashes
Oh.
a torrent of shots from their weapons, wildly shooting all enemies surrounding them.
Torrent of shot, right?
Torrent of shots.
Shot. So
Shots.
SHOT.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I know who.
Wait.
I don't even play the champion. And I think I know who it is.
And then you do all the damage. Hold on.
You can ask the lane, you can ask the role.
It's a fucking 80 carry, bro. I fucking know who that is. I
Oh,
just after it's
I'm not
hey,
gonna put
Gia,
more than
I'm
Hey,
right.
repeat the last part of the belief.
Wildly shooting all enemies surrounding them.
Bro, Gia, me and you in the same boat, bro. Just put it. You know who it is.
Okay. Okay.
But what ability is it?
I mean, I don't know that champion that well, so I'm just gonna guess.
Wait, hold on.
That's the thing. When you're this specified like me and you don't play a lot of champions, you kind of
Okay.
just have to go with like the.
All right, ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. This champion was Samira, and it was her ultimate.
Yeah. Okay, I figured.
I thought it would be
Good.
misfortune.
It's tough because you know it's an ADC,
But it's
just
surrounding.
the wildly shooting. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
surrounding.
that I was gonna say Aphelios, but I'm like that guy doesn't do that with his ult. He just goes
Yeah.
straight.
So how many points are you at, Matt?
Eight.
I don't. Yeah, I should be at 8. Jay should
And
have
how
2
much
more
are
points
you
than
at,
me. Jay should be 10.
So he has. So Jizz at 10.
No, I'm at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I'm at 9.
Oh, okay. It's a 1. Hey, the next question. You both might not get this next one, but all right. Next champion. This champion roots themselves in place, channeling a storm of slashes around them that targets the lowest health enemy and grants them lifesteal and damage reduction.
Sorry. Repeat that again.
Okay. This champion roots themselves in place, channeling a storm of slashes around them that targets the lowest health enemy and grants them lifesteal and damage reduction.
Oh! Wait, is it right? Wait, hold on.
Wait, I'm actually like so confused right now.
Remember, this is the hard section, so.
They root themselves in place,
Uh-huh.
and they
Just
have
Channeling a storm of
slashes.
slashes
A storm
around
of
them that
s-
targets the lowest health enemy and grants them lifesteal and damage reduction. Realistically, there's only 2 champions that have this or have a similar form
What
of
role
this.
is this? I'm just gonna
This is
like what? So yeah, like what?
as a bruiser.
it's a fighter, which is bruiser, but yes. Do you want to know the lane?
It's a jungler.
It is a jungler.
I'm out here pretty confused. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, okay, so he root himself and he channeling something around him.
A storm of
And
slashes.
a storm of slashes, and then get lifesteal and damage reduction from the lowest.
Health enemy that it's hitting. Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. If this is who I think it is, I haven't seen their champion spotlight. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm not answering any questions like that.
Damn. And I don't know how to spell their name.
That's fine.
May I search it up? Their name. I don't know how to spell it.
I recommend you don't search it up because it might give you the ability to.
Okay.
You don't have to search it up. Just like you can estimate. It doesn't have to be the
Okay.
right name.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be on spot. I'll give you as long as you get 3 letters in the name.
That's completely wrong. And I don't know what the ability is. Maybe this one. I don't.
You got
Hold
it,
on.
Gia?
I don't know who this I don't know who this is. I have no idea.
The thing
I
is,
only have 2. Okay, it's only have 2 in my mind right now. That's it.
mm-hmm. It's a jungler fighter.
See, fighter that already throws it off because I know that this
It
person
does throw it off.
this person is not a fighter. The one I'm
I
thinking of.
wouldn't even think they're a fighter, but their kit is similar to another champion who is a fighter, so I wouldn't be
Who
surprised.
the hell roots themselves?
Yeah, who the fuck root themselves?
This is the hard section.
to channel something. So it has to
To
be like a
channel a
support.
storm of slashes.
So
It sits.
What's the storm of slashes mean?
So it'll
storm
do
of
this. Ready? I'm gonna give you a live demonstration since I've played the champion twice. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It'll do this, Zoom,
Uh-huh.
right? And it'll go ting 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 to the lowest health enemy.
Oh!
Nah, I don't know who that is. And that's not this one. And that's not this one I'm talking about. So I'm gonna just erase this.
The fact that you said ting ting.
Hold on, because I have no idea.
This is this is the hard section. I did not make
Bro,
it easy.
there's too many champions for this shit, dude. Like there's
There's two. There's two.
no, there's too many champions for this.
There's
Hold on,
two.
because I have no
I'm ready.
idea.
Okay, take your time.
You know what?
I'll give you half a point if you guess the second champion that has a similar ability.
Bro,
I'll give you half a point.
bro, jungler, yo. Hold on, I gotta go to the list.
Don't read their fucking abilities.
No,
Put that
like
screenshot up so we know you're not-
like I'm just looking down because I have no idea.
All right. I'll put a timer on for 30 seconds.
The fact that
Go.
he's sitting yeah, and give a big
All right, your 30 seconds starts now.
Bro, who a jungler?
Hey, you might as well write something down.
I'm just gonna put this isn't even this is the jungler, but this is not it, and I don't
From
know
the
if she.
handwriting, it seems like Matthew got it wrong. Okay, 3, 2, 1. This champion was Belveth,
Oh, I got Belvez W.
and it was her E.
Oh, bro.
What is a E? Oh,
The
then her
thing
W is
is,
locked up then.
nothing you did like told me that was Belvez. The only reason I knew that was because it's jungler, and they do heal, and I know that she stays put while healing.
The other champion that has a similar ability, mind you, is Aurelia, who also has an ability where she sits, takes
Yeah.
damage reduction, and it hits you back.
That's
So it
But
was
true.
her name is subtle. We don't have life
It
still.
doesn't life steal.
The fact that
exactly.
me and
That
Gia
was-
had
that
the
was the-
same thing, but like I just knew it from a completely different standpoint is ridiculous. All right, so we both got one.
You know
Alright.
what? That was first. If you didn't say the lowest health, I thought it was fucking a Mumu.
Ah,
But Mumu
If
doesn't
you didn't
take.
say lowest health, I would thought it's a
Yeah.
Mumu, bro.
yeah. The thing is, Belveth's thing is like one of the only abilities that like targets and
Bro,
takes
and
damage.
like you know what's funny? I was looking at champion spotlights today, and the one and the champion I stopped at was Belvet. I literally saw what's her name, Zara or Zara, right?
Who?
The girl
Zeri?
Zeri, right? Yeah, Zeri, and then I looked at Glass, but and I stopped there because I didn't want to. I was getting bored, so I just didn't go to Belt. But if I would have, I would have known the ability instantly. It's
Facts,
just
you would have. All right, the last champion. Okay, this is a combination of two things. Okay, of two abilities, or not two abilities. That's a misguide. It's the passive of one of her abilities. Okay, and I mostly did this just to show you guys how busted this character is. This champion gains armor penetration. Their basic attacks and Q heal them for 0 to 15% of the post mitigation damage dealt to champions, converting each heal instance beyond maximum health into a shield that lasts 6 seconds. What that should have given you the answer to her ability at
I
least.
think I know, and this is for sure
There's
wrong.
only one or two. I don't know which one.
Wait,
It already hinted at the ability in the question. in the
repeat
thing.
that again.
This champion gains armor penetration. Their basic attacks and Q heal them for 0 to 15% of post mitigation damage dealt to champions,
This is mine is wrong.
converting each heal instance beyond maximum health into a shield that lasts for 6 seconds. You can ask for the roll.
What
and you can ask for
what
the-
lane is that?
It's an 80 carry.
Oh. 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 Yo,
Do you
wait.
want their roll as well?
Wait. Wait, that passive is low-key kind of tough.
Hmm.
Can you repeat it one more time? Because I think I know who this is, but I want to make sure I cross off all
This
those.
this champion gains armor penetration. Their basic attacks and Q heal them for 0 to 15% of the post mitigation damage dealt to champions. So after battle, converting each heal instance beyond maximum health into a shield that lasts for 6 seconds.
Sure, I think I got this. And if I didn't, I came pretty close. I'm proud. All right.
I'm surprised Gia hasn't gotten this. You ready?
No, Gio already has
3,
his.
2, 1. It was Neela, and this is the passive to her Q.
See, I don't play. I didn't look at Neela's abilities either.
No, you did not. But you see
No.
how that's her Q's passive. I was gonna put her regular passive, but I read that shit to Gia
Bro,
like a
the
million times.
dude, bro, this is low-key unfair though. The two champions I didn't look at their champion spotlights are the two you picked for hard.
Hey,
I didn't even review them,
that's the
bro.
thing.
Like,
Yeah, but
I
you
knew
play with her all the time with
I don't play with
George.
Velvet. I didn't play fucking.
The
Bro,
thing is, I specifically picked the newer champions because for hard because I knew you would struggle to guess the champion.
if anything, the Nasus one was
That's why
completely
they.
off rail. So
Oh, facts. That
like any
Nasus one was.
Warwick ability, I probably would have completely flopped on.
You both guessed Rumble. That was I didn't even think of Rumble when I saw that. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, Rumble's the only top laner that has fire. Really though.
Yeah, a spiritual
Uh,
fire.
But spiritual fire. That one comes from his rockets.
No, I thought, I first saw it, I thought the Rumble always come from underground, bro. When the first time I saw it.
It comes from over.
I didn't know it came from the fucking rocket behind it.
Yeah, come on, guys. Now we know who's smarter at League of Legends, at least. No, kind of a surprise to be honest. The Gia struggled so much with that Neela question. I read her passive like every day.
I just don't read the fucking queue, bro.
But yeah. This segues into our next topic. Why League of Legends champions are so dog shit nowadays.
I mean, they're reworking. They reworked the Udyr.
They did, and now he's busted.
Correct.
He's not that busted. He sucks early game.
I mean, there are some
In
champions that
1v1s. Mm-hmm.
that we haven't seen in a while.
But every time I look, every time my champion reworked or remastered or whatever, revamped or whatever, it sucks because now I gotta go into the champions spotlight, figure out what they do. Like when Bolivar came out.
That's why you're trolling. See, what I do is I go into the game, auto lock the character,
Nah,
play it, and then learn what it does.
I hate playing characters that I just don't like. Like Udyr, bro, I'm not playing that guy. I'll watch him from a distance. I'm not playing that champion. Like there are some champions that I just refuse to play, I will only look for, against them.
I'll play like any champion in the game. The only champions I don't like playing are like Katarinas, the Akalis of the world. I don't know why. I just really despise those two champions.
Katarina's not my type of champion.
I used to be really good at Akali post rework, but then they reworked her, and then that shit went to dog.
She's
I
still
miss all.
pretty
So
good.
one if she came invincible under fucking turret, yeah, get the fuck out of my face, bro.
I still miss old Akali. Old Akali was so. I used to get pentas every game.
I liked old Katarina, bro. I've never been able to get used to the new Katarina.
I didn't understand her until I saw a TikTok explaining her daggers, and then I'm like, oh, still not playing it.
Yeah, she's just made for fast like.
Yeah, because you're supposed to like manipulate her dagger passive or some shit like that to make it so you can constantly abuse them with your daggers.
Yeah.
All right, so the state of League of Legends, guys. What are your thoughts?
Garbage.
We've been playing it for a week.
I think it's
Garbage.
fine.
Garbage.
It's fine.
I think overall, like
I think Matthew thinks it's fine because mid lane is always unaffected.
no,
Mid lane,
you don't get it.
But guess what? It affect outer lane when it's
No, it's not that. The state of league is. I mean, yeah, there's balance issues all the time, but for what it is, it's not like there's champions. I've felt like okay, if you're talking about the state of league in terms of the community, yeah, there's work to be done.
No,
but
I'm
like,
talking about the game.
But like just the game itself, in this low elo, we won't see, or I guess mid elo, like we won't see the actual problem. Because where do the problems really arise from? From players themselves, not the actual champions. There's no one unless they're fed that's just like whoa. I haven't seen it.
I don't know. No, because there are some champions like Aurelia and Neela that can hyper carry a team, and they're good all around. They're good early, they're good late, they're good mid game. They can easily just dominate you even when they're down.
Like when I'm dying, when I'm
You know,
losing lane, or when you
you
guys
know,
are losing lane.
uh,
When you guys are losing lane,
which is
what's
like
the main?
1%.
Right. Which I begs the question why you guys are even talking about the state of the league being bad. But anyways, when you guys do play those games and the ones that you guys are losing lane in, is it because of your team putting you in that place or what?
It's the enemy team putting us in that place.
Okay, so the enemy
The,
team is
the,
better
the,
than you. Is
the,
that
the thing is, in the Elo, mind you guys, we haven't played League in like over 7-8 months at ranked at least.
consistently? Yeah, sure.
I,
No,
I
no, no.
haven't played League consistently in over a year.
Yeah. That's same.
You can't say
But
that the situation, bro.
League clearly has a problem. It just like me and Gia lose our lanes because we're we never lose our lane. Let's start like that. We're always mechanically better than the other AD carry and the other support. So it makes it super easy to win the lane. We get ganked a lot by either Matthew's
Yeah.
mid
But then
or the jungler,
look, I'm not
and they'll
saying
just
that this
drop
isn't
all
some
on us.
I'm not saying that this
Yeah,
Okay,
isn't
okay,
but
but the thing is, look, I understand they gang you because we are better. Okay, that's fine with me.
uh-huh.
But during that time period, what are my teammates doing?
right.
Like, what
That
are they gaining out of it? That's
then
the
that's
question.
but that's the community though. That's not like
But
okay, the
it
game like mechanically like or sorry, not mechanically uh like champions builds, itemization, all that stuff. I mean, it's not the greatest it's ever been, but it's not horrible. If we're talking about communities and people
But
feeding
look,
or
it's the same thing. Look, if, let's just say you have Talia, you could have just gang us.
Gia, I get what you're saying, but this is a community problem then. Like
yeah,
a person by person.
but the thing is, Matt, I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is it has to do with the rune page. It has to do with what champions are good. It has to do with a lot because, for example, right now, half of every champion's rune page is conquer. Like most champions, top lane, for some reason, 80 carry, and like most junglers, they're only running conquer. And I
Okay.
fucking hate that.
Well,
That
yeah,
shit
there's no variety in room
it,
pages.
it's like remember electric not it's not electrocute. It was called something else. It was called thunder something, and you would run it on every champ. Like
Thundershock.
Thundershock.
100% of every champ was running it. It feels
Right.
like the same thing with Conquer. And the thing is, you don't get the benefits of Conquer. Like look at Ezreal, for example. People rather run Conquer Ezreal over press the attack Ezreal because it's stronger, but half of like League doesn't know how to play Ezreal with Conquer, so he's at D tier. Because Conquerors requires you to be at a certain range from your opponent, and Ezreal doesn't get that range like 95% of the time.
Bro,
And then you also have the problem where some champions are just running meta for no reason. Like some champions are ridiculous. Why is Yumi in the game still? Why has she not been removed? She literally just sits on someone, but you can't stop it. Like there have been times me and G are playing in the bot lane and we're winning, but we can't secure a kill off their 80 carry or their support because Yumi can heal infinitely. It's the most annoying thing. And not to mention, ever since they like nerfed potions, it's impossible to stay in your lane as an 80 carry if you're low. It's impossible. You're gonna get turret dived by a Hecarim. It's just gonna happen. You're gonna get turret dived by everybody. It's just there's certain things in the game. Junglers feel more useless and irrelevant than they have ever been. And it's to a point where I rather farm the whole game than ever gank.
yeah, but
Like, what's the point of me ganking?
if you do that and the enemy jungler starts ganking a lot, then your team falls behind.
But
Right,
I fall behind by a lot if I start ganking too.
but the thing is,
Oh,
look, let's just
sure.
say if the enemy team start ganging you, right, Matt, and then let's say George is the jungler, he can just counter jungle during that time period. Not necessarily
Yeah.
ganking, but he's gaining something out of
Oh,
it.
sure.
But if you
I'm in the right and not dying, right? In mid lane, I
no,
getting
no, no,
ganked.
but
No,
whether you
even if
dying
you
or not,
die.
even you
Oh,
die, he still gains something out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
But if you
I,
counter jungle lane, you basically both are wasting the time.
Yeah.
I mean, not
Well,
counter jungling, but counter ganking. That's what I meant. Like, if
oh
you
yeah,
both
yeah,
counter,
yeah.
if you counter ganking it and you're not getting something out of it, you are wasting your time. Because first of all, you came there late, right? Second, your teammate health has to be lower than the enemy health because you getting late. Remember. So
Right.
whether you if you dare or not, it doesn't change the fact anymore. So you have to do something out of it.
Like, why would I gank you when I can be like 30 CS ahead of the other jungler,
Or
Well,
you
and
can
then
get a dragon.
well, it
he can never
depends.
come back.
Yeah, if you're taking if you're taking a camp and some and for example, yeah, sorry, if you're taking a camp and I just got ganked by the enemy jungler, you're not gonna go out of your way to stop what you're doing and go to me or go to anybody, because if you do that, you are getting behind. You're possibly going
Right.
into that fight basically like either too late or they trade both of you out, or both
Yeah,
of you
yeah.
die. So yeah,
And
it's case by case, right? It's like if you're close enough,
Mm-hmm.
you can gank. Like
Yeah,
you can counter gank and hopefully but it really depends on the player. So
but
that's why I think it's just the player that
and
not
I
the
think
community.
League also has a terrible balancing issue.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's always been a
it's
thing. But
yeah, yeah, but it's so bad now to the point where some builds aren't even viable
bro,
on the champs, even though you can still go them on the champ. Like AP Shaco is not better than AD Shaco
there's
by a
150
long shot.
champions and like at least four, like 2 to 3 variations of where you can go on each champ. You do the math. It's very difficult to balance stuff
But
out, and especially
no, but okay. Let's just not talk about champ. Let's just talk about comeback method. Like, you see what they did, right? The objective bounty.
uh-huh.
Does it make sense to you?
It made sense at first, and then remember when we were playing that game the other day where we had the objective bounties, we got them, and then the enemy team immediately after, when we started winning, they got objective bounties. That shit threw me off. Because if it's supposed to be a comeback mechanic for the team that's losing, really bad, because it doesn't pop up unless one team is winning more than the other, right? It makes no sense why the other team should get it right after.
But
Because
also,
that shit's ridiculous.
but it's
Because
also hard to get those bounty. Do you know that, right? Because first
it's
off,
yeah, yeah.
if
It has
if
to
the
be
enemy team
dragon.
is winning, right, he has
Mm-hmm.
the map control, and it is hard for you to push out to get those bounty. You're basically risking your life to get
yeah,
something
it
And
that is the
depends.
same value.
it's not even that much more gold. It's like what, 150?
Yes, everyone get 150.
Yeah, it's not even that much more.
Bro,
It could
one
probably get you like an
it
extra.
isn't 150 like 2 minutes of gameplay or something. Like that's a good amount of time, or a little bit more maybe.
No,
Yeah,
no. But
but
what I
for the
meant is that you are
objective
risking
bounty,
your life to get those bounty. You know what I mean?
Oh
Now let's
yeah,
just
yeah,
say,
yeah.
because they already push in. Let's just say they push into your
they already have map control. Let's say they have all 3 towers.
right. They have all three tower, and then you try to push out to get those bounty is freaking
And
Right,
hard.
right.
it's locked behind Herald, which is easy to get. But if they already have control of Dragon, you're never getting that. If they've been playing Herald, you're not getting Herald. And by the time, let's say, you do get the objective bounties, Herald might not even be up and it's Baron now.
Mm,
And then playing for Baron's even harder if you're down.
And then if
Because
you
if you're
die, you know
yeah.
how bad it's gonna bring a teammate backward. Like, you have to
yeah.
play turtle for like
You got a turtle for a
5
There's
minutes.
while.
a bro. I genuinely think like okay, yes, they're never gonna add like voice chat. They're never gonna add that stuff, and pinging should be the way to go. But sometimes people are either not listening or they got their headsets up, whatever. Uh, but I think like if people just communicated what they were doing a little bit more, because some games we are very communicative, and those games it seems like oh my god, what an easy game, and then sometimes we're less communicative, like we're
I,
just
I
vibing.
I think that's still an error because even when I'm vibing, I ping a lot. Like, remember that Fiddlesticks game we played
But you're aware,
where
yeah. But you're vibing,
I
but
had
you're
I had the perfect start to a game until my Udyr decided to help me with Volibear. When Volibear was leaving, I
right.
pinged this guy to stop chasing the Volibear because Aatrox, if you look at the minimap, which you should always have at 100 and mega sized, so you can make sure it should be more than half your screen if you suck at the game,
Right.
realistically, if you're blind. He's already coming down to help the Volibear. I sent this guy a barrage of leave pings, like the red ones. Motherfucker
Yeah.
blindsided. So, but
It's kind of crazy.
that's a player issue. I'll give that to you. That is a player issue, but it sucks because once we lost that, that game was over. I lost red buff that I had stolen. I lost blue buff that I had just
The only
gotten. I lost
way,
my Gromp
the
that I
only
had just
way
gotten.
for us, and in that moment, it was probably gonna be impossible. But higher elo players probably would have done this. But in that moment, what would have been the best case scenario is as
It's
soon
to
as
FF go next,
no no no
correct.
no no
I
no, no.
agree.
Is as soon as you die, if because the thing is, you would FF if this was challenger, and those players are not gonna make a mistake. But this is also like gold-ish, so like those players are 100% gonna make a
Gold
mistake.
plat. Yeah.
What they would have made, what you would have done there is reset, and the best case scenario is either me or someone at bot potentially helps you take something in their jungle, balance things out a little bit, or we look for a fight. But
But
then
that's a no
again,
reset.
But what happened after I reset?
So he took a hold of his
Tristana,
hand.
your mid lane, Tristana, and Volibear came into my red side and came to fuck me in chickens.
that was also the game.
Immediate.
That was also a game where I was playing. I mean, it's a lot of things
You
stacked,
got counterpicked. You got
but I
counterpicked.
got counterpicked, and Kassadin's not very. I was pre-6, so it's not just a
Yeah.
counterpick, but I was heavily like, there's not many options. If I and that's the thing, when you have certain champions, the team has to know how to play with them. But then again, no one's gonna expect that. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna know that if I have a Volibear top, I can probably play a little bit better than like, or play a little bit more aggressive than if I had, I don't know, what's a pretty bad early game top laner.
Born.
Oh yeah, but Orn can do stuff because
Nasus is probably the worst
Nasus
early
is a
game.
pretty, yeah, he's pretty bad. Somebody that can that literally
Timo.
cannot contest. Yeah, stuff like that, stuff that just can't contest a three or yeah a
Okay,
2v2.
then let me ask you, how are you gonna coming back from a person? Let's just say a fucking Rangas 23-1.
You don't. At that point, you either see if you make
Exactly. So there's
see if
no
he's
coming
making
back mechanic
no
after that.
at
Yeah.
that point mechanically you cannot. The only thing you can do with a 23, first of all, I need to know if everybody else is, because if everyone else is doing pretty good in the team, that's just FF. There's no reason to go any forward. If everyone else is like 0 and 9 and Rengar's the only one 23, and then you have to play so aware.
Then you still lose the game.
You probably still lose the game because
Trust, like, look, the problem with this
and not like,
what
for
I've
example,
seen the most problem is that if they have a champion that's 23 and something, they automatically win. Like 23 and something in a league game nowadays just means that that one person is gonna come into everyone's lane and
Yeah,
just
fuck
snowball
you
for
up.
the rest of the game. Eddie does it a lot. Eddie will go Rengar bot, get 20 kills in his own lane, start roaming till he gets 40.
and if it's
And then
not,
and his team might still fucking suck, but because he helped them snowball so hard, he was able to clear objectives. He was able to take his jungler was able to take Herald. It makes the game
Easier.
so much easier. But I think you know how League is technically a team game, right? And you can classify Valorant as a team game.
right.
The thing I like about Valorant that League doesn't have is that one person can help bring a team back to life. Like,
Yeah, you can't do that in
it's-
League.
yeah,
If anything, that makes League a much more team-based game than Valorant.
but the thing that makes it difficult is that there's no other way to communicate with your
Because
team.
you
Right?
cannot tell me that Valorant, like, okay, Valorant has teams in the way that like you might call out certain things. That way you have information.
Mhm.
In League, everyone knows everything. Unless I mean you can't. Or sorry, let me rephrase that. Everyone has the availability to know everything because the map is for everybody. In Valorant, like you're not looking at the. I mean, even if you do look at the map, certain situations, like for example, you're the last one standing. Your teammates know where they died, so they know where the enemy's at. But that one person can still take down everybody. It's just 5 bullets, right? It's just in League, one person can get
Cannot take down 5
over
people.
can get overwhelmed by 5 people, 100%. And in
Right,
Valorant, the
yeah.
fact that it's the opposite is true is it makes it way less of a team game and more of a strategy. Not even, I
But
can't even call it
the
that.
thing is, Valorant the thing about Valorant is mechanics can take you a long way. As in League, even if you're mechanically gifted, it's not gonna take you that far.
Mechanics can only take you so far as laning phase. After
But
that,
but even in Valorant, mechanics can only take you so far as a couple rounds. Like if everyone was able to hold their own in Valorant, like
okay, but
let's say I'm dropping 20, Jizz dropping 20, you're dropping 20. The other team has a 30, a 15 or something. The game could still be close. But because Yumi and Gia are working as a team and we're able to use our I guess we'll say abilities just so to keep it in line. If we use our abilities cohesively, we could take over a site, plant the bomb, and win a round, win a couple rounds, right? There have been many times where we've beaten some guy that's just dropping 34 on his own in Valorant. In League, I wish there was something like that where your mechanics can outshine someone who's fed.
I
But that's
mean,
just not the case because if they're fed, they have more items. They're already massively stronger. If they have passives like Rengar, that if they start killing everybody on the map, they get way more attack damage than they're supposed
that's
to
the
have.
thing. But that I think that's the fun. And I was gonna argue that like you technically can, but that's really unrealistic because yes, you can, but like you'd have to be challenged because okay, for example, challengers can overpower somebody that's 40-2.
Yeah,
And that's
Wait,
bronze, right?
that's yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? That's too
But
difficult of a case.
that's such a gap.
That's such a
That's like
gap. Yeah, yeah,
well,
yeah.
in Valorant, most of the times players that are dropping 30, 40 kills in your lobbies are smurfing or cheating.
Yeah.
There's no in between, but there's a way around it. In League, even at the same level, there's no way around it. Like you can be mechanically gifted in Valorant with your aim and that be fine and dandy.
Right.
And then if you know how to use your abilities with your team, you cohesively are already doing more than you should.
But as I was gonna mention, I think League is the type of game, and this is pretty obvious, but League is the type of game that rewards players, or sorry, that rewards players in the early game, and or for their or for little mistakes, right? As many as as little mistakes you can make in a game, it'll reward you for that. In Valorant, you can make every mistake possible in a round, and it resets next round. Everyone starts from scratch, unless like gun wise, understandable. But like in terms
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like play, you it resets everything. That does not happen in League. It's just a constant snowball. If you do bad, you're gonna continue to do bad, and if you get your mental correct, and they lose their mental, then you get the upside.
You still do
There's
bad.
no you can, but like that 23-4 Rengar that you had mentioned, he can get overpowered mentally. What if his teammates are just completely not
But
playing with
then
him?
but then you're relying on outside sources from the game.
Well, yeah, that's what you're gonna have.
That,
I mean,
but that's
not
the
just
thing.
that, but like
Every requirement to win the game should be in the game.
yeah, but that's just not how games work.
I shouldn't have to rely on typing. Wow, you're actually dog shit. Oh, you're brain dead. Oh, go get a
Okay,
life. Go
okay,
check
okay, but
the
I
house
didn't mean
to fuck
that.
up
I meant
somebody's.
like,
But essentially, that's what you're saying. You're trying to get into their
well,
mental.
no,
Ki-
sorry, that's not what I meant.
killing them one or two times is not gonna fuck up their
No,
mental,
that's exactly what
especially
I
when
was
they
gonna
know.
say.
Especially when they know they can
Bro,
one shot you.
bro, are you telling me that if you're 24-5 and you die the next two times without getting a single kill, your mental's not gonna be a little like, okay, hold up. Cause good players will be like, okay, hold on, I gotta calm down, I gotta stop inting. I'm clearly fed, I can play with my team. Most players in the elo will just go, damn, what's going on? Like, okay, and then they start looking for the next thing to do because they're struggling with why they just dropped 2 kills, being 24 and 3, and then that leads to sometimes it does lead to them just start doing worse and worse. Other
Uh,
times,
I
it's because
would
I've seen
disagree.
it, but
How many times have you gone 20 and something and noticed who does?
every single time I go, okay,
That
I notice the two deaths if I'm not getting any kills with them. If I'm getting kills, like Eddie will get a couple kills, but then he'll die with it. That's fine because you're progressing the team towards victory by getting kills and your teammates being able to push. But if you're just going in there like Eddie, also like him, and you, for example, you just go in, you die, and you're like, damn, okay, and then you respawn, you go in back again, and then you die again with no kills or maybe even a trade-off, it's not worth it at that point. So your mental starts taking a toll. And I say that because like it's happened. I'll be like 20. I'll be super. That Fizz game. That Fizz game is okay. No, the Fizz game isn't a good example because
We won that game.
no, and not only that, but the Fizz game was like it was me coming from feeding to getting a lot of kills.
Yeah.
But I plateaued. But still, there have been games where you start off really, really strong. 10, 20, 10, 12, 13, 14 kills, single digit deaths, and then you start going like
That's because your
this.
champion built that way too. Your late game champ is not better than the other late game champ. So for example, Yasuo could have a shit early game, bro. That's fine, completely fine. But once he spied up really good.
But if you have a shit start and a great ending, that's a great game.
Right, but
That's a
then
great.
what I'm
But
saying is that there are champions that designed for early game,
oh yeah,
and
yeah,
there are
yeah.
champions that designed for late game.
100%,
So
and that's
whether
yeah.
whether you get the growth time period, that's the most important part right now. We're talking about the growth time period. Whether you're gonna turtle it, like let's just say you're playing Kassadin, right? You try to hit your fourth item. That's when you shine, right? But the enemy have a 23 and 2 Dragon Guard. What are you gonna do? You got a turtle, right?
Yeah.
How long can you turtle?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, if the Rengar is not making it, like if the enemy person that's 24 and 5 isn't making any mistakes, and you, well, first of all, if he's not making any mistakes, we would have already probably FF'd. The reason for it is
Right.
because if we don't see something shifting, the only reason people don't FF is because they see a shift in like a single battle,
No.
a 1v1. That is why. Every
The
single
reason
time.
why they don't FF because they want a hostage, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, but that's just
League is
petty
toxic in
people.
its own.
Yeah, but that's like being petty and like oh if someone was me like rude to you, you're
Yeah.
just being petty at that point. But if okay, you cannot tell me that if you're playing a game and they're clearly advantaged, like you're clearly disadvantaged, you're about to surrender and stuff, and you win one fight, everybody doesn't go, okay, one more. Just to like try try out the waters, and it's a normal thing to do.
You're describing us. That's what we tend to do a lot. We don't
That's
surrender if we win. Like
I
we have good mentals when it comes to the game.
no, but I'm not talking
But
about just us. Just well, but because
yeah,
we're the only ones
there's
playing the game, our
yeah,
games. Like
yeah, there's a good majority, but for the most part, that's our mental. Like we win a fight, we'll see that there's a chance. We just
that.
gotta, and we understand that we have to replicate the same things over and over again. But I think it just makes it insanely hard when you have to rely on the success of another lane. Because there have been times me and Gia can dominate the bot lane, but we can't. There's nothing we can do about our team to help us. Remember that 0 and 9 Quinn?
Right. To be fair
What
though, what
what
did
could
we
we have
do?
done?
Okay, what? Okay, no. But what did we look, bro? It's also our fault. Like I don't know about you guys, but it was also my fault. I didn't even realize this girl was feeding until it was too late. Like I could have
Oh, what
easily
you
and
do? That's not your job too. That's the jungler job for now.
no.
The
I
early
get
game is
it.
jungler job, but then
No,
late game is our job. But then the early game, if if the jungler is not gonna do shit, how we gonna help her?
that's it. But
The,
that
yeah, like for example, look, that exact game, if we use it as reference, hold up. I'm actually gonna see if I can find it. But if
Because
we
the
use that game as
jungler,
reference, you didn't have to take notice of the fact Quinn was losing lane. Because me and Gio were winning bot, you were winning mid lane. We had taken the first dragon with Udyr because we were able to clear bot.
yes,
There was no need for us to even think about that lane until the Rengar started coming into our lanes or
right.
started ganking us. And then it becomes a problem because she can't do anything. This Rengar presses ult and she's gone. It was an AP Rengar. Just you know how easy it is to play against Rengar top? Motherfucker, just stay away from the bushes. Don't
Yeah.
let that motherfucker
Yeah,
jump on.
that's the difficult part. It's getting
and
players that can like
also
know how to
is
like
that
yeah.
you don't is when you're jungling, right, and then you see a lane losing. Okay, you try to help him, right, but you fail. What you do next? You don't keep helping him, bro.
No,
You
you
go out of the
definitely
lane and snowball from
Bro,
no,
it.
you
yeah,
definitely don't.
at one point in that game, like I just remember that Udyr and Hecarim were at top lane and they were running a 2v2 top. Like
Right.
that was insane to me. I was like, why are both junglers just top lane? Like that's ridiculous. Look, and I'm looking at the game stats. We actually secured 2 dragons, 0 towers. They secured 6 towers, 1 herald. We got dragon, it didn't help us. Quinn, the Rengar was only 10-0.
Bro,
Like
but
we got
bro was
fucked.
10-0. This guy, I mean, also the thing I thought, like, with Quinn's whole thing, yes, it's all about judging someone's like ability to, because every lane's different. I've had lanes where I've tried your method, but I've tried it too passively, and what ends up happening is, yes, they don't have any kills, but they have 100 farm by like 15 minutes, and they're like, damn, this
Okay,
fucking
but you
blows.
didn't die though, right?
I didn't die, but
Okay,
okay,
so in a sense that you still getting your resources, you still getting your EXP,
sure,
you didn't die.
I didn't die,
You
and
didn't get an extra
technically,
bonus,
and I don't know, I don't remember if I
and you
if
keep
I
the lane
won that
pressure,
game. Yeah,
and then
well,
that's why they didn't roam. Am I right?
they did
So you
not
did your
roam.
responsibility.
I kept her in lane, but
Exactly.
she like I think I was like, I think I was Garen or something, or I was a champion versus an Ilaoi, right? And Ilaoi had like 100 farm, because I wanted to play it very passively, because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to kill her. There was no chance, and it was either feed her and get her out of my lane, that way I could
Yeah,
push
but there's ways to play passively
and
that
not get.
that negatively influence the other top laner. For
Yes.
example, if your mid lane for like is one that roams a lot, like Asyan. Remember that game?
Yeah. Oh,
Axion, however
yeah.
the fuck you say his name.
You mean
Auction
For
auction? Auction, yeah.
Axion, right? Whatever.
doesn't
When
have eye.
like most of the part, you can literally just freeze lane under your tower and not let him farm the whole game. And
Yeah.
then when he does go to roam, you have a wave of minions and you just start pushing mid lane, just harass the fuck out of mid lane. Like those are things you need to know. If you're especially Quinn Rengar, Rengar wins that 99% of the time. You're a squishy 80 carry on the top lane. What you all you need to do is freeze your lane. Because if you get ganked, you lose. If you get jumped into a bush, you lose. And with Quinn especially, you can check if he's in the bush. You have your W that's up every second.
Mm.
Not every
So
second,
not
but
every
18
second,
seconds.
every 18 seconds, every 30 seconds, whatever. But you have it up and you have wards. So you can literally keep track of the Rengar. There's things you can do in your own lane. But I shouldn't have to be responsible as the bot laner or as the support to have to go out of my way to tell that Quinn that.
That's true.
The Quinn should already know that if she's gonna lose the matchup or if she's losing the matchup, she has to change something. Either freeze her, either ask to switch. She probably would have had an easier time against Kiana in the mid than Rengar top because Rengar mid lane is significantly worse. You only have two bushes to work with.
Right.
So even if
Not
they
even
switch,
bush. She can't even walk
yeah,
into the bush.
even if you switch, like even if they switch to get the same matchup, it's already a much different matchup than it was at the beginning of the game. It's just it feels so difficult. And even when I play jungle, it's the most brain dead role. This like that role is so easy to fucking play, and no one can do it right.
Yeah.
Like I like I don't even know how to take Gromp and Blue Buff at the same time with like most champions, and I still manage to win. But it's because I do like really small shit. Like I'll gank when I see an opportunity for a gank. I don't force a gank. That's the worst thing, forcing. That
Mm.
Udyr, when we played that game, kept trying to force a gank bot, but it's not gonna work if the motherfucker knows there's wards there. If they see him running, they'll just use a stun to slow him down. Like there's certain things that you have to be attentive of in the game that your team can't be attentive for you about. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Me and Gia are gonna do the best to clear the wards so you can gank, but we can't do that every time because then we're losing out on our own lane. We're constantly clearing wards. We're losing CS. Like there's issues that we can't take responsibility for. Like if we're winning lane, what do me and Gia always do? We go and ping the drag. That's the first thing on our mind. We're like, let's win this drag. We're gonna be up gold. We're gonna be up in the buff. Like there's just certain things we're responsible for, and there's certain things everybody in the lane's responsible. Like as mid lane, you don't have to roam,
And then I just go
but
mid.
Well, it depends
yeah,
on the champ. Like some champions I will roam with just because they're
yeah.
easier. Like I'll roam with Zed. Easy.
You'll roam with Echo too,
I'll roam with
but
Echo. It depends. It's just
you're not gonna roam with those champions when you're being pushed into tower, right?
no.
That makes no sense.
And also, I mean, this is like a jungler's thing, but like sometimes, like with that Vi kept trying to when I was playing mid lane, Vi kept trying to gank my
Oh,
lane,
When you played Annie, yeah, I remember that.
and I, I was that was my fault for not being aware that she was ganking, but okay, my mistake. She leaves, she comes back. As a mid laner, that makes me feel worse if you keep coming to gank something that's just not gonna work. Either because I'm not capable of opening up that gank for you, but as a jungler, you should also have the capacity to be like, okay, this guy's not gonna work with me. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Instead, she tries to make it
Yeah.
work, and then she ends up losing out on it
Uh,
even worse.
yeah. How many times as a jungler do I do one gank? One gank
One gank, and
and
if
a
it doesn't
lane,
work,
and
and
if
I
it
wasn't out
doesn't
here
and if it
complaining,
doesn't work, I fucking leave for
bro.
the rest of the game.
If there's one thing I don't understand about players, it's or about laners is them asking for ganks. If you're asking for a gank, it's either because okay, it's a couple things, but the only times it won't make sense, it wouldn't make sense for you to ask for ganks is if you just want it just to get ahead. For the thought of getting ahead, because yes,
Yeah.
that might be a great way to think about it, but it can also just backfire completely. This is why I've
Mhm.
stopped the jungler. You should have faith.
In
Like
your
I
jungler, always, always, always,
in
always.
a jungler to have the to
To be making the right plays.
yeah, to making the right
Like,
plays and decisions
I,
about what he should be doing
li-
or what they should
like,
be doing.
there's something I have noticed that's really nice about this current state of league. Nobody's asking for ganks. No one's pinging for
Yeah,
assistance
no
as
one's
much as they used to,
right,
right?
right.
And that's a lot easier to deal with because I remember spam pinging when you were in the jungler and you just assist, assist, assist. That shit was ridiculous because when you gank, right, and people hate when junglers tax their lane, but when you gank, you're already losing out on about 8 minions
Mhm.
worth of your time.
Yeah,
Realistically, you're losing out on possibly a dragon and a herald at this, like all these things, scuttle crab,
counter jungle.
shit like that. You could get counter jungled in between, which has happened a bunch. And those shits is something you have to account for. And people kind of get bothered when you tax them, but it's reasonable for a jungler to do that. It's part of the game because they're already losing out so much on just attempting to help you, which is
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
And I think people also don't realize that a gank isn't successful just because you get a kill. A
Right.
gank is just as successful if you get a flash or a heal or an exhaust, an ignite,
Or or
anything like
or,
that.
or, or if you make even if you don't
Or
get any of that and you make them recall.
if you
No, no,
make them
no,
recall and force
no,
them to
no.
TP
Mental
back,
assist, mental assist, bro.
Man,
Telling the
yeah,
enemy
yeah,
team,
yeah,
they might be thinking in their mind, damn, my jungler hasn't ganked me in like in like 4 minutes
yeah,
or
yeah.
like 14 minutes. Like
Like yeah,
this guy keeps getting ganks, you know.
like there's certain shit that like you definitely have to like take into account.
Uh-huh.
Like a lot of people in this game think a successful gank is just getting a kill. It's
Yeah.
like it's more than that because that a kill is like the optimal.
That's the best case, yeah.
That's best case scenario.
Yeah.
99% of the I wouldn't say 99. 85% of the time you're not getting that kill. Realistically, if they have
Yeah.
flash up,
If
every champion nowadays has a dash,
if it's
so
just
it's
your jungler
hard.
coming and they're not and it also depends on the kind of jungler they're playing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So you might not get the kill, but you might get a summoner. If you don't get a summoner, you might get them back. If you get them back, you push out, you recall. It's good. Now if you're fumbling the bag
yeah.
as well, then, well,
And of course, to some credit to your previous claim, there are like 150 champions. And unless you've been playing the game like us, where you know almost every single champion, it's kind of hard to play with certain champions.
this is
Like,
why, yeah, man. This is
like
why.
Rengar, I remember when I was maining him for a long time, a big issue, no one knows how to play with Rengar when he's coming for a gank. Rengar's strongest aspect is the jump from the bush. If he can't get that in your lane, he's either going to sneak into a bush to get it, pre-6. He's either going to sneak into a bush or he might sit in try bush or your other bush, and all you have to do is try to isolate the enemy towards him. But a lot of people won't take that into account. Like, you would think people who play Valorant, their game sense gets a lot better over time. Maybe because there's less characters, but there's a lot of abilities you got to keep track of. There's a lot of corners you got to peek, a lot of things. But people's game sense has gotten better. Like the majority of almost every Valorant player has probably ranked up at least to the next rank up, at least once.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's the same thing in League unless you've been playing it for a majority of the time. Like you said it best. Realistically, we could hit diamond if we played the
What
game
on
consistently
League? Oh
enough.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, like if we played the game consistently enough, if we actually put the time and dedication, we could hit diamond.
If we mark, yeah, if we marked all the
Because
spots, we
we
could.
understand a lot, but if and that's we've said it. If we ran a 5-man, we would hit diamond sooner than if we kept running threes or twos because it is just so ridiculously hard
Yeah,
or stupid how hard some games
yeah,
are because of one laner.
and
For
even,
example,
huh?
I'm just comparing this to Valorant. Valorant has that 20-60-20 rule, right? Where like 20% of your games you're gonna win no matter what, no matter how you play. 60% is gonna determine all on how you play. And 20% you're gonna lose no matter how well you like, no matter how you play,
Right.
right? You can't apply that to League.
No.
League, you could play well at like you could play your best game ever, you will probably lose.
Yeah, if you have teammates that like that 20% that like you definitely win. If you have teammates that are just amazing, like these people can carry you in
Yeah,
there, but you're the one feeding, bro, there's no way you win that.
yeah. And the thing is,
There's
we're smart. Like when we get that 20% chance in League, for example, we'll get it's normally our top laner, right? It's never our jungler that stand out. It's normally our top laner. Like
right,
Mordekaiser's, that's the most recent champ that we've had that has dominated top. Even if me and Gia or you are playing bad, we're not playing horrible. We're
right.
not giving kills for free. We're not just letting them take dragons. We're not just letting them take our plates. We're constantly applying pressure, doing things so that when that Mordekaiser finally breaks the tower or decides to leave his lane, he doesn't have the pushback of the enemy team being as strong. But that's not the case for everybody. You get me?
Yeah. Oh
It's
Lord.
just not.
My
But like I said, we're just better at the game.
Hey,
We're just better. We've been playing the
catch us.
game for
I was gonna say catch us in diamond queues in
we,
like three
well,
months.
we've been playing the game for 8 years since season 4, right?
See, well, I think is it me or did we not play like days before season 4 came out? Like I thought we had played on the brink, or we had started playing on the brink of season 3 to season 4.
We started playing 6 months into season 3.
I started playing when Rek'Sai come
Okay,
out.
so yeah, so halfway into season 3 we started playing. That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense because I remember the person on the front cover was like Velk Aatrox.
I think it was Brom when we first
It was
started.
Braum, right? No, wait, no, bro, Braum was definitely like.
Damn. I was playing
I
it.
remember it being Brom or Valkaz.
I played it when 2015, bro.
I remember seeing Thresh.
Damn, y'all are fucking old, bro.
Ow, ow, ow. Uh, oh, if it was Valkaz, we've been playing since 2014. Ow, ow. But yeah, we've been playing it for a long time. So a lot of our understanding of the game is different than like the majority of people.
Yeah,
I think Riot could do better with that game. Like
basically. Yeah,
balancing a lot of characters, I understand can be hard, especially when you have an item based thing. And I feel like the items are rarely that good. Like the mystic items are okay. I think some of them are far better than others.
Yeah,
80 carry mystic items, they're really good, but I think you have to be fed for them to even matter because late game you're not gonna matter as an 80 carry regardless. You
right,
almost get
correct,
the longest you're gonna stay in a fight is like 3.5 seconds.
correct.
That's
Because you
from a
get CC and
that
CC and
that
CC and
that's
CC.
from or you get one shot by a guy who just picked up his second item,
Yeah.
like Fizz or Echoes or Cassidans, Auctions, shit like that. But I think Lee can work on a lot of things. And balancing a game like that is difficult. But I think certain shit like the durability update, it's
yeah,
not necessary. Like even Tyler One has complained about it. Like how does a durability? It's called a durability update, but you lower health pots, which are part of durability. That seems like counterintuitive.
This is all a huge big setup to basically say,
Guys,
we're not moving to league, but
we're moving to
stick. But
YouTube. Let's
stick.
go.
Oh yeah, did we ever announce that?
Riot sucks.
Oh yeah,
They're good at making everything except game.
Did we ever
They're
wait?
good at, hey, Valorant is pretty balanced champion-wise. I'll give them that. There are champions that are better on other maps.
No, yeah, it's
but
true, it's true.
I think it's fair all around.
Yeah, for the most part. Wait, but did we ever go over to Switch to YouTube? I don't know if we did.
I don't think we talked about it. We're only streaming on YouTube now.
Yep, we're only. Oh no, I definitely think I mentioned it somewhere.
I mean, you might have mentioned it in your YouTube stream. If you guys haven't noticed.
Oh, you know what?
Morons has streamed twice on YouTube already.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be streaming. Okay, so we're only gonna be streaming things that aren't gonna be uploaded as videos. Everything else we're gonna be recording. But yeah, YouTube is the play now.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say anything bad about Twitch because I think they're a great company. But
yeah,
but it's just easier for us to.
But we might just call it here. Okay. Let us know. We're gonna call it here. They're not.
Oh yeah, we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it.
But we're gonna call it here. Let us know what you think about the state of League of Legends. What would you change about League of Legends?
Dude, you sound like a professor giving a fucking like homework, bro.
And,
like, what do you? This is a discussion for the next week.
You guys discussion post. Discuss in the comments what you would change. Reply to at least 2 comments.
And I don't want to see like comments that say I agree. No. You gotta
200 word maximum.
250 word minimum for the reply. 350 word minimum for your own discussion. Let us know what you would change. I'm barely gonna be able to do the fold logo. I'm not even gonna be able to raise it up to screen now. All right.
Catch you guys next time.
Bye. Like, comment, subscribe.